Early bird. First thing you're going to do is you're going to decide if you're going to do 2 for the early bird, 1 under canopy, or all 3 for the early bird. So imagine if you have 2 smoke brackets, you can do all 3 for an early burn and then a whole nother foot bracket for under canopy. So there's a lot of different variations that we can do. So you're flying along, 2 minute, 1 minute. If you're the early burn at 1 minute, you need to get into position. You have all these little rings. Different people do this different ways. I don't ever just walk up, step down here like this and grab the ring because I'm afraid I'm going to fall off the ramp. And I'm sure all you guys will be a little concerned about falling off the ramp the first couple times also. So at 1 minute, you know you're going to get into position to do your early burn. So I would just come down, get hold of the ring just so you know you're safe, right? I'm hanging on. Both feet are down on the lower lip, from this lip. My left foot is going to be extended down. My right foot is just going to be planted right where it is, okay? Jump master's here, jump master's there. It really doesn't matter. You're watching the jump master. At 30 seconds, he's going to turn and look at you, and this is the hand signal. Light it up. All right? You're just going to reach down, grab the little tail, pull it, throw it, get rid of it, and while it's going up, 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 you can grab the ring here. You're just going to extend your foot as far down as you can stick it, straight down. When he says go, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to push off and either deploy or push off and turn, and because I'm low man or for whatever reason, that's what I'm going to do. Does that make sense?
Basically, we're looking at, for trip planners this year, you, 3 guys, and then Andrew and I, we're talking about kind of taking some of like the more complex ones that we already did last year. But between you 3, I want you guys to just kind of look at this. And if anything catches your eye, you're like, hey, I'd really be interested in planning this trip, then bring it up, and then we'll throw your name as trip lead. And the one thing I'm going to say about these trips, guys, is, granted, it's a jump trip, but it can be as complex, as simple, as fun, or as boring as you make it. So, for instance, if we're going to the Great Tennessee Air Show and you're really interested in, Tennessee or whatever, then go find a sports team. Maybe you go find a park. There's like a big park opening that people are jumping into. Really get on these websites, look at the events that are going to be going down during the time, and hook us, link us in with these people, and let's make it happen. So pretty soon, I would say within probably the next week, we're gonna go ahead and assign these trips to you guys, because I'm gonna say right now, anything in like March, April timeframe needs to start planning pretty much now.
As he's going through, I've kind of gone through the list already and identified cities that have at least AA baseball or higher, or Major League Soccer, things like that, that will be in town around those events. Fortunately, we do have a lot of other things that we have to train on besides just jumping. It takes a lot of administrative work to get the team on the road every year, and so we focused a lot on what we call trip planning, bringing the younger guys through the logistical steps that it takes just to get the team out on the road. Everything from planning hotels to working with our show sponsors, planning events, as well as things like DTS and all the little stuff that it makes all the jumps actually happen. A couple of the other big ones, Seattle Seafair has a Seattle Sounders game Sunday night. That's something we've kind of recently started getting into Major League Soccer with LAFC. We're looking to continue in that market because of the outreach that it has with the youth.
But don't forget, we have to do the site surveys. We have traffic that we're contending with a lot of times. We're talking to the local, the police or whatever. So there's a lot that goes into it by just doing the jump. So keep that in mind. Here's what you do: open up the trip brief. Okay.
Okay. Is this gonna open up?
Here.
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
what?
it's not raining right now.
Getting jocked up. 4 hours later. Good pin. Compress. Compress. All right. We're just gonna keep flying in this direction. Yep. All right. Are you ready for me to come down? Come down. Squat down. Here we come. Transfer up. Okay. Coming in and separate canopies. That might have been the only one we got. Challenging week, guys, with the weather. We got one in, pretty crappy, but we actually had a pretty good jump, so I was glad we got something. But Sean and I, first pin came in a little bit hot. We talked about that. A little bit rusty.
Got one good one in. Just kind of working through the burbles, right? And like I said, we're knocking rust off. Unfortunately, we had a great off to the races week last week, and then rolling in now, where it's like, oh, now we're kind of starting to feel that catch-up feeling. But you'll keep working it, you'll get that picture back, and then with repetition, it'll become more and more frequent.
All right, guys, we'll reattack next week. Hope for better weather, and we'll hit it hard. We're looking at VRC 30 for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to hit up Elsinore, see if they can come down on Friday. But we'll take what we get.
Yeah, hey, something cool about this week. I think even though we got one jump in, we still knocked out a bunch of stuff that's been piling up. I think that it kind of showed the character of the team. We knocked out the schedule, knocked out admin, fit reps, evals, and everyone was working every day, even though we weren't jumping. So I think that's important to continue on and keep that in the back of our head and try to find work. So, not a bad week, not the best week, but an efficient grab.
All right, guys, have a great weekend.
Awesome.